All right, we're going to talk about a particular type of man that we need to avoid. So, this is inspired by the guy who left that nasty comment about me, and he reminds me of a lot of these crusty old coots and crusty old farts that you should avoid all costs. And this is the type of guy that is single. I'm guessing he's single, and he's not the kind of guy that women want. The kind of guy that women want are men who like women and who like relationships and have certain characteristics of having financial stability, they're interesting, they're educated, and they are emotionally stable. And I have been on these dating sites and come across these guys. A lot of women, when they divorce these guys, you have a lot of guys out there in their 50s and 60s that are crusty old farts. And this is what I mean. They are emotionally reactive, they're emotionally dysregulated, and they're a little bit grandiose. And the women divorce them. They often end up on the dating sites trying to get women, usually just trying to fuck them, because they think that their career success and the people they know are good enough. But they're lacking heart, they're lacking emotional stability. The kind of man I'm talking about that I would want is a man who's calm, who's emotionally stable, and who contributes to people's lives. This type of guy is running a company and treating his employees well. He's volunteering. He is out in nature. He's contributing. He listens. He's coming from the heart. He's dominant, affectionate. He's affectionate with women, and he's not a pushover. And unfortunately, a lot of these older guys, if they haven't done therapy, or they were raised at a time when they had to repress their feelings and an abusive father or something, they might be successful, they might be fit, but they're not the kind of guy I'm looking for, and they don't even know it. So the guy who left the comment thought that he fit all my criteria, but he doesn't, because he's lacking emotional self-regulation, he's not into personal development, he doesn't like women, he's not a relationship guy, and he does this kind of very manipulative thing where he's like, well, I had a locker next to Robert Kennedy, so I'm all that, and I would never date you. First of all, I know rich people from the East Coast, they don't talk like that. They're raised to be very polite. And it's one thing for me to make a video about what I want and what I'm looking for, but I don't go up to people and say, I would never date you. That's a whole different level. And that's very rude, and it's very contemptuous. It shows contempt for women. This is the kind of guy that women do not like. You have to actually like women and be respectful to them. Like I follow a lot of different YouTubers, and when I leave comments, I might disagree. I might say I disagree with this, but I never go on someone's channel and say I would never date you. If I find them beneath me and this guy finds me beneath him, I would say nothing. I would just move on. Like the guys on Fresh and Fit are way beneath me. I don't comment on their channel. It's not worthy of my time and energy. But that's the problem with guys my age. The good ones are married, and the ones that are left out in the wild are the dregs that women don't want. And there's a lot of that riffraff out there in the 50s. They're fit. They look good, but they're assholes. They're assholes. I have a fortune of actually meeting really great guys that are respectful and that are kind, that have it together, and they do exist. So it's just that there are very few of them, and most women will never get one of these guys. It's a mating game. Now, when I say I'm superior to other people, I don't mean in the sense that I'm better. It's just that we have different skills and life experiences. And when it comes to having someone in our personal life, I don't want a guy who is more reactive or who is not taking care of his health at the level that I am, like less than. interested in the things that I'm interested in. And we have to be very careful who we let into our lives, who we let into our home. My home is very peaceful. It's very peaceful here. For you or anyone to come into my home, you have to add something. You cannot be in my home if you want to put me down, or if you're reactive, or you are going to be noisy or rude or condescending. Like, you cannot disturb this energy I've got going. You cannot. So we have to be really picky like that. We have to be really picky who we let into our inner circle. And the mating game it's a serious thing. We have to be very choosy. And I make these videos to kind of let people know what it's like. I'm sharing my experience, my disappointments, my frustrations, my experience. And I'm very frustrated with the dating market. I'm very frustrated by what I see in men out there. You know, so you hear me being angry, and I am. It's the female, it's the Shiva energy coming out, the Shiva energy, or whatever that goddess is. Don't call me a goddess, but it's channeling that energy of, come on guys, step it up. Step it up. You know, that's what I'm doing here. And just sharing, you know, my own frustrations, my own insights, my own experiences. But just because a guy has money, that means nothing to me. I have my own money. I don't need your freaking money. But I need you to be calm. I need you to be dominant and affectionate with me. I need you to be emotionally regulated. I need you to be interesting. I need you to be healthy, educated, well-read, able to have a conversation, able to add to my life, and able to fuck me really well. And I think a lot of these old guys, I will tell you, their dicks don't work. That's why they're triggered. I think they're triggered because their dicks don't work. And for a woman who likes to fuck, you are eliminated. But do not despair, because there are a lot of women who don't like to fuck. So find one of those. I am never again putting up with the limp dick. Never again putting up with the limp dick. I know. We're talking about mating. This is not a charity event, okay? And these guys get triggered, but if your dick is not working, you got to check your weight. You got to check your medications that you're on, because those are two things you can fix. But you young guys, you have to watch your eating. And when you get fat, you're ruining your erections. When you eat a bunch of crappy food and clog up your arteries, processed sugar and refined flour going to cause fatty liver disease. You're going to clog up your arteries, and then your dick's going to stop working. And for men, that is a huge loss. But that's not my problem. It's not my problem. I'm not here to feel sorry for you. If you want coaching, I'll help you with that. But if you want to date me, no. And I think a lot of guys are triggered. Now, your dick doesn't have to be big. I think that men make way too... Okay, I think that men... Here's another thing. Men have penis dysmorphia. I should make a separate video on that. But you guys, a lot of you guys have penis dysmorphia. You think it's too small when it's really not. I mean, this is like 3 inches, my finger. If you're 3 inches, you're fine. You know, if you're 9 inches, it's all wasted. You're just going to hurt me. I'm not a horse. If you're 9 inches, you got to find a tall woman. I'm not really, that's too much. I'm not looking for you to be a weapon. So men have penis dysmorphia and they have muscle dysmorphia. Cannot tell you how many men I've met that have a great body. In my opinion, a great body. I tell them you have a great body and they don't believe me. They're like, well, it used to be better. They think they should look like the Hulk. The Hulk is disgusting. If you look good in a shirt and you have some muscle tone, you're good. Now, if your belly has a little flap, just don't pose with your belly out. You guys are way too hard on yourselves when it comes to the fitness and the penis. I should really, this is what I really need to tell you guys. The majority of men that lift some weights, they look good. You do not have to be a physical trainer or a gym rat or be obsessed with your body. Just lift a few weights and do a little cardio, you'll be fine. Wear some fitted clothes and don't worry so much about the size of your penis. As long as it's hard and you're tuned into the woman and she's into you because of the way you're treating her, because you're dominant and affectionate, we're good to go. Now, a lot of women commented on my video and it's like they don't like dominant men. I'm sure there are women like that, but a submissive woman, a feminine woman, craves a man who's dominant. We just do. You know, it's the animal mating thing. And a lot of women are disconnected from the animal mating because they're on hormonal birth control or they're radicalized by the feminist movement that they don't want to submit to a man. Well, how can you get really turned on when you're the one that's leading in sex all the time? How can you get turned on? I don't know how you get turned on when you're the dominant female. And what kind of men are you finding that want to be submissive to you? I'm curious, so just leave your comments. I'm here to learn as well as to share. But watch out for those people that think that they're a good candidate just because they have a house and a job and have met some famous people. You know, relationships are about relating, hearing how each other feels, being able to repair a relationship, you know. And it's one thing to get triggered by someone you're in a relationship with because they've done something to you. But guys that get triggered just from a woman talking on a video and leaving nasty comments are unhinged, emotionally unstable, unhinged. So that's what I wanted to point out to you guys, to watch out for guys like that. And if you didn't realize this comment was unhinged, I'm telling you as a woman, you don't have to agree with me. You might not want to date me, but why would you tell me that? Say that you're triggered by my video and some of my criteria, and you think my standards are too high. You could leave a comment that says, my standards for women are this, or this is the kind of woman I like, or I personally don't like a woman who has sexual standards or sexual expectations. I don't like a woman who's so confident. Something like that. But to come right at me and try to put me down is unhinged, reactive, emotionally unstable, grandiose behavior. Because see, it's one thing for me to say this is what I see in men. I'm not talking to any particular man, except this one. I'm calling him out for his comment. But I don't make videos talking to any one particular man. I might talk about men. I might talk about men sometimes to share my experience, but I don't give you their name. Try to just keep it kind of general so you don't know who they are. I don't want to embarrass anyone. My point is to educate. So if your point is to educate and share your view, share your view. There's no need to personalize it. So any guy who's attacking me is already reactive. I do not go on other people's videos and attack them. You know, if there's something you feel very strongly about, make your own videos. And also, these guys are always anonymous. You know my name. I have a website. I have a YouTube channel. I have my name out there. I have a LinkedIn. Then you guys are anonymous. You feel that strongly, Mr. Reactive? Make your own YouTube channel. Make your own video and share what you want to share. What's important to you in a woman. Everyone can have a platform. So, again, super cute outfit. I love this little outfit. So cute. It's from, let's see, it has a bunch of different parts. So there's this little jacket. This is all from, I forgot the company. Well, and then it's got 3 parts, and then this little dress. this little dress, and then there's another dress underneath, which is like a slip thing. Let me do this, make sure it's YouTube friendly. Like that. That's underneath, and I like it because this is very sheer and it's see-through, so this is underneath. This is a dress. You can wear this as a dress, and then this goes over it. And then I really like this jacket because it's super warm. So this is what I wore today to go out to that play. And yeah, so that's just what I want to show. This is a dress. It's not a slip. This is a dress. So yeah, I hope you guys liked my video and have a great evening.